Hey guys, welcome back to the Hacked TryHackMe walkthrough, and in this you have to find out what happened by analyzing a .pcap file and hack your way back into the machine. Yes, let's begin this journey. And first of all, we have task 1 and 2. I just started this mission earlier and we are analyzing the task 1, and in the task 1 we also have to download a task file. So I'm just clicking to download the task file. So we just downloaded the pcap file, which is a Wireshark file that you can use to open using the tool Wireshark. It seems like our mission got hacked by an anonymous threat actor. However, we are lucky to have a .pcap file from the attack. Can you determine what happened? Download the pcap file and use Wireshark to view it. So we just downloaded this pcap file, and by clicking here, Wireshark will automatically open, and you have to analyze this particular file using the Wireshark tool. I'm just checking this out, and the first question in this case this one you have to answer, like the attacker is trying to log into a specific service. Like, what service is this? So in this case, from this you have the protocols like TCP, and other than that we also have FTP here, right? So the attacker is trying to log in as the user Jenny using the FTP, which is a service in this case, right? So by analyzing this, the service that I was able to find by analyzing the pcap file is the FTP, right? So when I sort that out using the FTP, you can see the attacker is trying to log various times, and a lot of logins are incorrect. Right. So in this case, we can confirm that the service in this case is FTP. So there is a very popular tool by Van Houser which can be used to brute force a series of services. What is the name of this tool? So yeah, we can use tools like Hydra for brute forcing these kinds of services like FTP, SSH, etc. But they're asking for that particular tool that is very popular by one user. So yeah, that's Hydra. By clicking here in the hint, you also have the GitHub repo of that particular tool. So let's try to visit that. Like we can just open a new tab and paste that out, and you can see this is what we are getting. And here the popular tool by him is the THC Hydra. Okay, so they're talking about the Hydra tool. Okay, the attacker is trying to log on with a specific username. What is the username? So the username is what we were able to find before, right? So the attacker is trying with the user Jenny, right? So by analyzing this, we were able to find the user is Jenny. Okay, what is the user's password? Okay, so let's analyze this to find the user's password. In this case, the user Jenny is trying to access, but the please specify the password. He's trying multiple passwords, and this is kind of a brute force, I think. So anyways, we can see one of them has the login successful. So by following this TCP stream, so here user Jenny, and please specify the password. So it's 1111 and it's login incorrect. User Jenny, please specify password, password 123. In this case, the login was successful. So the password, the user's password is password 123. So what is the current FTP working directory after the attacker logged in? So after the attacker logged in, where is the directory that he is in? So by here, moving here, so we can just inspect only FTP, and here we have a lot of login incorrect. After login successful, we need to find the directory. So the current directory that he is in the var www.html, right? So after login successful, when they entered pwd, the current directory is var www.html. The attacker uploaded a backdoor. What is the backdoor's file name? So by analyzing here, so the attacker listed, and the attacker uploaded a backdoor called the shell.php. They stored it, right? So this seems to be a backdoor that they're talking about. The backdoor can be downloaded from a specific URL as it is located inside the uploaded file. What is the full URL? So we have to search for the shell.php. So it's better to search by pressing Control F. We have the search option. I'm just searching that, changing this into string and searching. And we have specific things like the shell.php. By following that in the TCP stream, I was able to find this is basically the PHP reverse shell by Pentest Monkey. The URL is available here, which is this one. So which command did the attacker manually execute after getting a reverse shell? So after getting a reverse shell, which command did the attacker manually executed? So by analyzing the shell.php, so after gaining access, we have to find the command that the attacker entered. Like we can just right click and follow and go to the TCP or HTTP stream. In this case, you can see we have that particular information. Like I use this push ACK flag one, which is in 549. So by inspecting that, I was able to find that the attacker entered the who am I command. Right. So once you get access into a system, most probably the attacker will enter command like who am I to know the current user. So what is the computer's host name? So the host name. So by inspecting here, we can see it's the www data is the username, while user at the host name in this case is the weird3. Which command did the attacker execute to spawn a new TTY shell? So here, after gaining access, the attacker entered command like the Python 3 to spawn a TTY shell. Right, so we get that. So which command was executed to gain a root shell? So in this case, we can see the attacker list the privileges and it says that everyone can become root. The attacker entered sudo su to become root. So the attacker downloaded something from GitHub. What is the name of the GitHub project? So in this case, the attacker downloaded something like the reptile.git. So this seems to be the name of the project because forbidden may be the username of the GitHub user and reptile is what they mean, the project name. So I don't know what happened. Immediately something happened and I've been logged out, I think, by refreshing this page. I think it's okay. Let me refresh this again. Okay. So the project can be used to install a stealthy backdoor on the system. Okay, so it can be very hard to detect. What is the type of backdoor called? So this project, like the one called the reptile, right? So this is a type of backdoor that is installing. So what type of backdoor is installed? What they are asking for? Reptile. So it may be the kernel, right? So you can also search for reptile backdoor online to get more information about it. So from analyzing this, it's basically reptile is an open source Linux kernel mod rootkit. It's basically rootkit is the backdoor in this case. Okay, so now we are moving to the task to hack your way back into the machine. Yes, let's begin. So I just connected it using the OpenVPN and started this mission. You have to start this mission and connect it using OpenVPN or the attack box, whichever you prefer. After that, the attacker has changed the user's password. So previously we found that the user password was the password 123, but in this case, the attacker changed the password. So can you replicate the attacker steps and read the flag.txt? The flag is located in the root reptile directory. We have to move to the root and reptile directory and read the flag.txt. That's our task. Remember, you can always look back at the .pkab file if necessary. So yeah, we can also always look at this particular pkab file. Okay, anyways, I'm checking that. Run Hydra or any similar tool on the FTP service. The attacker might not have chosen a complex password. You might get lucky if you can use a common word list. Okay, we can just run Hydra on the FTP. So first we have the IP address. I'm just opening that, and now I'm just going to run the nmap scan on the service version. So this is a version scan in nmap. So let it run. Okay, it's about 33.33%. So I think you don't have to use the MySSV, but anyways, it's good to use it to get some version information. In this case, we have the port 21 FTP, port 22 SSH, and port 80 HTTP. These are the three ports open in this case. So our aim is to log in using FTP, and we know that particular user. In this case, the username is Jenny, right? So but the attacker changed the password, right? Anyways, let's take a look on it. Like FTP space IP address with the username Jenny with the password that we previously found. However, it's changed, but still we can just try to log into it. So that's just a try, right? So anyways, it got filed as expected. So now we are going to use the Hydra minus L for the username. In this case, it's Jenny, and minus P for the password. In this case, I've been using the user share word list rocky.txt. After that, the IP target IP and the protocol. In this case, it's FTP. Pressing enter, and it started. Okay, you can see FTP on port 21. It's running, and guys, we were able to get the password. This is basically a number from 9 to 1. So anyways, we can just log in using FTP, using the credentials that we have. Once I log in, I was able to see the shell.php that I previously used and the index.html. So by going here in the task 2, we were able to get the password, change the necessary values inside the web shell, and upload it to the web server. So we have to change the necessary values or edit this and upload into this web shell. So it's basically PHP reverse shell that we previously found. Right, you can also search for Pentest Monkey online to get that, like Pentest Monkey GitHub. So I'm not going to change anything into it. Instead, I'm going to re-upload into it. Like you can just download this PHP reverse shell from here in the GitHub repo. Okay, let's click here and download. Okay, and after that you have to know your IP. Like in this case, when I enter ifconfig, this is my ton0 IP, which is the TryHackMe's IP. And you have to view the PHP reverse shell and edit the IP to your TryHackMe's ton0 IP for getting the reverse connection. After that, I'm just saving. I'm not changing the port. It's in the by default 1234. Okay, after changing it in, now I have the PHP reverse shell. I'm going to change that into the shell.php. Okay, now we have the shell.php here. So now what we can do is to upload this, like put shell.php, and that's done. Right, our transfer was completed. Now you can see previously it's in Feb 1 2021's file, and then the ls, now it's changed to April 24, right? So this is our new file. The previous file was replaced. Anyways, by scanning using nmap, we were able to find that port 80 HTTP is also open. So yeah, we can just open the web page, and this is it. After that, we also have two files in the FTP. One of them is our shell and index.html. Let's search the index.html first, and this is it, right? So we can just start our shell. Right, before that, you have to start the listener. So I'm just starting that nc netcat minus n for the numeric, v for the verbose, l for the listen, p for the port, space 1234, our listening port. And so it's listening on port 1234. And after that, our shell.php is the file, right? So yeah, here it is. We get the shell. As you can see, we were able to get the shell. But in this case, you can see can't access TTY job control turned off. So you can either go to a website called Spawn TTY, like in this particular website, you have those thing to enter, right? Like from here you have the python 3 command, but alternatively you do have everything from here in this, right? So this is similar one, right? So yeah, it's good to use the one that we get from the Wireshark because for better understanding and better connection. Here it is. I'm just using that, pasting it here. That's done. Now when I enter who am I, you can see I'm www data. So I can also move to the home directory. In this case, home. Let me check my mic is working properly. Okay, it's good. Thank God. Okay. Anyways, we are trying to move to the Jenny and view the hidden files. Unfortunately, there is no flag. Right. So let's try here and change the necessary values inside the web shell and upload it to the web server. This is done by us, and we created a listener and executed the web shell, and we get the access. Become root is our next task. So in this case, we have something to follow, like we have to switch to Jenny, right? So yeah, we are going to switch user to Jenny, and this is not the password, like it's not password 123. It's something that we were able to we get that before, right? So here is it. Okay, don't forget the subscribe button, guys. That must be much appreciated for continuing my journey in cyber. So anyways, so here you can see we are now Jenny. So when I enter who am I, I'm Jenny. So you can see we have to become root, and the steps to become root will be available here, right? So you can just enter sudo -l to list the privileges, right? So let's enter that, and here the password of Jenny. Here it is. Okay, guys, now everyone can become root. And you enter sudo su, now you are root, right? So our aim is to become root. So now we are root. So read the flag.txt file inside the reptile directory, right? So we have to read the file inside the reptile directory. The reptile will be in the root. So when I move to the root directory, we have the reptile. So let's move into the reptile directory. Inside that, we have the flag. Right. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. I hope this video is informative for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye.